friends, it's Becky Bridgham, and I want you to come and do a video today of 4 simple yoga moves that you can use to strengthen your lower body. Now, I'm 18 weeks pregnant. This is an appropriate workout for first, second trimester, or for if you're not pregnant. So this is not necessarily a prenatal workout, but I just want to let you know that it is safe probably up until that third trimester if that applies to you. So just want to show you 4 yoga moves. You might find them in other practices. You might have your own flow that you do daily or weekly. You can incorporate these into your flow. So let's get started. The first one is just going to be your basic warrior 2. Now you're going to see this in a lot of yoga classes. It's very common, it's very powerful, but there's ways that we can adapt these yoga moves so that we can use them for strength as well as stretch. So your basic warrior 2 is you're going to have your front foot forward facing the front of your mat. You're going to have your back foot perpendicular, so it's aligned with the back of your mat, and then you're going to extend those arms in a strong, long, single pane. So your fingertips are pointed to the front and back of the room. Your body is strong and long. You have that base in the bottom of your body. And what you're going to do to increase the strength in this movement is to flow up and down. So I use it a lot in my classes. You're just going to bend that front knee, flow through, and you'll find that the more you do this, and also with what intensity you do this, because you can really be like pushing those arms out, or you can just kind of have them hanging here. So you get to also control the intensity. So moving up and down through your warrior 2 is going to increase the cardiovascular that you're using and also the strength that you're using in your legs, okay? So that's one way. You can do it on both sides, and I'm going to tell you how you can incorporate these 4 moves into your own personal flow right at the end. The second move that we're going to do is half moon. This is one that I would definitely recommend having a block, or if you're doing your practice at home, if you're near a wall or a couch or even a chair, just to have something to increase your balance for half moon. So half moon, basically that block goes toward the front of your mat. You're already in that same stance as your warrior 2. Then you can just pivot forward by using that block. You might be able to touch the ground if you're proficient in your half moon, and if not, that block just gives you that extra stability. So this in itself is a strength move. You're using your muscles here to keep that leg elevated. You're using your base leg to keep your body strong and steady. But if you wanted to add even more challenge, we're gonna hop into that half moon, find our balance, then you can always increase the up and down movement of this top leg. This is why you definitely want to have something that is increasing your stability, like that block or that chair, okay? So that adds that movement of strength into our basic yoga posture. Coming back down, we're going to open up back to our warrior 2. You either hold this steady or again flow through again with your up and down movement. Okay, this is how we're going to flow these 4 moves together. Windmill those hands down to the ground, right? So you can move your block out of the way. These hands are going to come to the front of your mat. That back leg is going to lift up. This is called the 3-point balance because you basically have 3 legs of a stool. So this, again in itself, is a strength move, or you can add on that crouch down into a little ball and then lifting that leg back up. So I recommend doing this 2 or 3 times through. Breathing through those movements and then coming back, windmilling back up, back to your warrior 2. So from warrior 2, we're going to open up to our 5-point star. So that now you're reaching side to side, your lateral movement. Your legs are both extended. Feet can be pointed forward or out at an angle. Sometimes a little bit more comfortable based on your anatomy. We're going to move into our goddess squat. So again, strong and long, bending at the knees. Sometimes you might have to bring those legs in together a little bit. Bring them down as close as you can get to your knees. You might get all the way down. You might only come here. Totally okay. So again, flowing through, up and down, your goddess squats. So far we have our warrior two. We have our half moon. We have our 3-point balance. And now our goddess squats. Back to that 5-point star. Back to your warrior two. So right where we started. So the way that you can flow these together, if you want to do a practice on your own, I would suggest coming to the top of your mat, centering, finding your balance, finding your space, maybe flow through a couple sun salutations, and then you can go into those 4 moves. Your warrior two, your half moon, your 3-point balance, and then your goddess squats. Flow through maybe 3 times, back to the top, 2 sun salutations, and then 3 times on the other side. You have your own practice. I'll put all the notes in the description of the video. If you want to make it your own, let me know if you try it, if you like it, if you get out of breath like myself. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, strengthening, lengthening, and recentering. Bye, friends.